Mandee Palmer with the Bellingham Public Library. Welcome back to virtual preschool story time in the year 2022. Here we are. Thanks for watching my video today. I hope I might get to see some of you in the library if you come in with your families to check out books. And for now, thanks for watching my story on video. Do you notice something here? It's a big board with a piece of paper on it. Why do you think that's here? Do you have any guesses? What do you think I'm going to do with this big piece of paper on this board? Oh, another thing. Do you see any books? Oh no, do you think I forgot my books? Or do you think maybe I have a different plan? Usually in these videos, I read stories from books. I read the books. Today, I don't have any books, and I'll be doing storytelling in a little different way. I'm going to be using my paper to draw on, and I'm going to draw a story. It's going to be a story about me. That makes it a personal narrative. Personal is about me, and narrative means it's a story. So I'm going to draw my story up here. But before I get to drawing, let's do our name song, clap, and share your name. Ready? I'm so glad you're here today, here today, here today. I'm so glad you're here today. Who are you? Hello out there. I'm Mandee. Thanks for watching me today. If you've watched some videos like this before, you might have seen me tell a story like this before, where I draw a picture that tells a story. So I'm going to start by drawing a line at the bottom of my paper. So all up here above the line is where I will draw my picture. Below the line, I will write the words of the most important part of what happened. I need to remember what the parts of a story are. So who are the people? Who are the characters? Where is the place and the setting? What happens in the story? Those are pretty important parts. Even more important than that is I have to ask the question, what story am I going to tell? Well, I already thought about the story I want to draw. So I already have a plan in my mind. Do you think you're ready for a personal narrative story? Are you ready to watch me draw? Are you sure? Should we do the ready test? We better do the ready test, okay? If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, nod your heads. If you're ready for a story, nod your heads. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, nod your heads. If you're ready for a story, sit very still. If you're ready for a story, sit very still. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, sit very still. Okay, you are ready. I'm going to start drawing my story, and as I draw, see if you can make predictions or guesses of what I'm drawing. I'm going to try to use simple shapes to draw the objects in my picture to make a story. And after this video, you can even have a turn to be the author and you can draw your own stories. But for now, see if you can guess what I'm drawing. We can tell the story together. Kind of a rectangular shape. And I use blue for a reason. I'm going to add circles down here. Okay, so I did my best to draw my car. My car has circle-shaped wheels, and it's mostly a rectangular shape, but it's a little bit curved. And then here's the window. And this is my car, and in the car is me. I am driving. And in the back seat, and in the car seat, is my daughter, Saydee. And we are driving on the freeway, going south from Bellingham, driving out of Bellingham. And while we're driving, I drew some music notes to show that when we were in the car, we were listening to some music and singing. So I used those music notes as a symbol to show that we were listening to music and singing as we were driving down south in our car. Now I'm going to draw the building when we arrived at our destination, the place we were going. And it was kind of a rectangular, shorter building, so I'll do my best to draw that shape. There's a building that looked like about that shape. Now I'm going to label, I'm going to write the name of the building, the name of this place. An S. The next word starts with F. The third word starts with H. 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 And the last word starts with a C, but it's one of those tricky words where the C does not make a k sound. It makes an S sound instead. So the name of this place is the Skagit Family Health Center. And that's the place that I drove with me and my daughter Saydee on the day of my story. So now I'm going to draw the characters inside the building, inside the place. And in the story, there was me and Saydee and one other person. I think I'll start by drawing Saydee, and she was sitting on a blue chair. So first I'll draw the blue chair. With the seat going out to the side, and the leg of the chair's on the ground. And sitting on the chair was my daughter, Saydee, who is 6 years old. That's an important detail of the story, actually, of what we're doing this day. So I'll draw Saydee sitting here, circle to draw her head, an oval for her body, her legs going down from the chair. Add some feet, add some arms, now I have the shape of a person sitting in a chair, but I need to add some details to make it look like my daughter, Saydee. And I know that she has blue eyes, so I'll get my blue marker out again, and she has 1, 2 eyes, and one little nose, and a mouth. It's not a super smiley mouth right now. I need to add more details. I need to add this stuff. Hair. And she has hair about the same color as mine. It's more of a brown color, so using my brown marker, I'll draw Saydee's hair. And now I am ready to label and write her name, the name of the character. This is Saydee. The first letter is S. Her name is Saydee. Saydee. There we go. And also, remember I told you there is another person in the story. Someone who we met at the Skagit Family Health Center. Someone who works here. I'll draw her close to Saydee. Also a circle head, oval body. This person is a grown-up, so their body and arms and legs are longer than Saydee's because she is only 6. And if I can remember, I think this person had brown hair and brown eyes. So I'll add those details. Oh, I almost forgot eyes. 1, 2 eyes. 1 nose. And 1, let's see, use a red, friendly smile mouth. And next to that person, I'm going to draw me. I was also a character in my story. I was in the room with my daughter, Saydee. I'll draw me standing here. Circle head, oval body, 1, 2 legs, 1, 2 feet. What am I missing? How about arms? How many arms do I have? 1, 2. I'll draw 2. 1, 2. Okay. Now, oh, green. Green is the color I was looking for. My eyes are kind of a green color, so I'm gonna draw my eyes. 1, 2 eyes in that green color. And I also have 1 nose and 1 mouth. And I also have brown hair. Okay, now I can label, I can write the word me above me in the picture. The word me is made of these sounds. E. That's an M making that sound. So me is spelled M, and then the next letter is saying its name, E. M-E, me. And this person, I'm so sorry, I don't remember her name, but I remember her job, and she has a really important job. She works here, and she is a nurse. And that word starts with N. N. U-R-S-E. So now you can start to read my story. You can start to read my picture. You see that we were driving in my car, listening to music, and we drove to this place, the Skagit Family Health Center. And inside is my daughter, and her name is Saydee. And the nice person who works here is a nurse. And the other person in the story is me. Any ideas what happens in this story? Well, I'm just about to draw that next part, the what happens part of the story. And what happens is that the nurse is holding something. It's kind of like a little bit of a rectangle, a little bit of a cylinder shape. And something pointy down. And this syringe has medicine in it. Saydee is getting a shot to get her COVID vaccine. So that was a pretty exciting day for us, a pretty big deal. Something I remember and something I wanted to tell a story about. Oh, and then I do have to draw some dialogue. That means talking in the story. Because right after this happened, Saydee and I both said something. I said, you, Y-O-U, did it! Exclamation point. Because I was excited for Saydee. And then I said, now we can go get, and then Saydee finished my sentence. She knew what I was going to say. She knew what our plan was next. And so Saydee shouted, I'll use all big letters, this word, I-C-E-C-R-E-A-M. Saydee shouted, ice cream! And that's what we did. Then we got back in our car and drove the other way, north on the road, all the way back to our house and had 1, 2, 3 scoops of ice cream. Maybe I'll draw a story about getting an ice cream treat another time. Hey, thanks for watching my story. Now I have a picture that tells a story. And now all I have to do is write the most important parts of the words of what happened. How do we answer that question? What happened in my story? What was the big thing that happened? Who did it happen to? Did it happen to me this time? Did it happen to, do you remember her name? Saydee. So I'm going to start with Saydee's name down here. Saydee, S-A-Y-D-E-E. What did Saydee do? Did she get her COVID vaccine? She did, didn't she? She got a shot, and that was her COVID vaccine to help protect her. Do you ever get shots from the doctor sometime, or the nurses? Has that ever happened to you? So what happened in the story? Saydee went to the zoo? No, we didn't go to the zoo in this story. What did Saydee do? Saydee got her COVID vaccine. And then even though Saydee was feeling nervous when we first got there for that to happen, afterwards, we both remembered we got to go have ice cream, and then we were both feeling pretty happy. Thanks for being such a great audience for my story. Now, after you watch this video, you get to go and find something to write with, something to write on. Check with your grown-ups. Make sure it's something that's okay to write with and write on. If you get like a piece of paper or a piece of cardboard, you can start by drawing your line on your paper, and then you'll be ready to draw your story above the line. And grown-ups, I know that kids out there are at all different levels of being writers. So some of them are learning to hold those markers and make lines and marks on the page. Some might be working on shapes or adding details. Some might even be working on letters. So grown-ups at home, you can help your kiddo with just what level they're at of writing. Maybe they'll want some help with the labeling. Maybe they'll need some help to get started remembering the parts of a story. But this can be a fun thing to work together on at home as a family, working together on your own story, on your own personal narrative. So I hope that after you finish watching this video, you go find something to draw your stories with. And if you happen to come into the library to check out books, and you want to bring me your stories and show them to me at the desk or any of the other nice people that are working there checking out books, please feel free to bring in your stories and show them to us. We would like that. Well, thanks for being such a great audience for my story. We have come to the end of our Storytime video for today. So let's sing goodbye. Can you wave one hand like this? And can you wave another hand like this? And can you wave both hands like this? Great, we'll sing it twice. Here we go. We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We clap our hands for all our friends. We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We clap our hands for all our friends. We wave goodbye like this. Goodbye, friends. Thank you for watching. I'll see you another day.